most NBA players sell their soul to their almighty God, their King LeBron James. King James, as they say. They sell their soul to him because they have been compromised. And furthermore, there are perks to supporting LeBron James, being an extreme LeBron James fan, because the mainstream media has been the driving force since LeBron James very first entered the league back in 2003. They've literally had a stranglehold on the masses, on the sheep, when it comes to programming them, selling him as one of the greatest players of all time. So this is constant repetition from 2003. LeBron James fans, they're not just fans, they're a cult. LeBron James could literally go tell his fans, yeah, I think it'd be a bright idea for my fans to go jump off a bridge. And they would do it. That's how much mind control that LeBron James has over his worshipers. But he's almost like a grim reaper, and he's snatching souls. But there are perks to being on the side of LeBron James, of always agreeing with LeBron James. Because once you're in his favor amongst his fans, you do appearances on ESPN First Take. The fans are going to support you in your brand. So it's going to elevate your brand, and it's going to generate millions of views, which is going to increase your pay. You're going to make more money. So in essence, you're selling out. How many times have you seen players go at LeBron James? They challenge him, but then they flip. Kevin Garnett is a prime example of that. Kevin Garnett always seemed to have this disgust for LeBron James because he felt that, in my opinion, he was better than LeBron James. And I think a lot of players know that they're better than LeBron James, but they can't say it. In their heart of hearts, even they feel like that LeBron James doesn't even come close to Michael Jordan. He's not even remotely close to Kobe Bryant. They could probably name 50 players better than LeBron, but they just can't be truthful. Because then they'll be belittled. Then they'll be labeled as a hater. The media is going to attack them, slander their name. So they don't want that negative press. So it's either you toe the line. It's either you're going to say something or you got to play politics. You got to be politically correct. But these players are selling their souls to LeBron James. Because Kevin Garnett, for a long time, you could tell they were cordial. They'd see each other on the court, great sportsmanship, dap each other up. You could tell he really didn't like LeBron like that. See, Kevin Garnett, he knows that they made LeBron James quit back in 2010. They know that they ran him out of Cleveland, but they spin the narrative as LeBron James didn't have no help. It took for 4 top guys in order to defeat LeBron James. But if you would have replaced Kobe Bryant with LeBron James on that 2008, 2009, 2010 team from 07 to 2010, the result would have been the same if he would have had Pau Gasol, because they was already saying Pau Gasol was soft. So he wouldn't have made Pau Gasol tough like Kobe did. Kobe made the players around him have the Mamba mentality. But Kevin Garnett knows that, and I know a lot of it is him playing into his character, his persona, and trying to intimidate players. But he understands now when he has films, when he's, in movies with Adam Sandler, and he have his own Showtime shows and working with these big conglomerates, working with these big TV networks. So he knows if he plays the game and he panders to LeBron James' base, they'll support whatever project that he has. He knows that LeBron James didn't have that dog mentality. He didn't have that killer instinct. He's not a killer. But the media pretends as if LeBron James is just so clutch. You've seen it with Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson, he'd be a guest on Undisputed. He'd say all of these great things about LeBron James. But the moment he gave his fair assessment, he got so much backlash. The Bronxexuals started to attack him. It goes from, they think that you're a really good player, all of a sudden you was a horrible, bitter player. It's like when you try and talk to a female, you approaching her, but then she just turn you down. Then you get in your feelings, you talking about F her, and now you got all these negative things to say about her. Now you don't like her no more. You thought she was the prettiest thing in the world. Soon as she rejects you, now all of a sudden she the ugliest woman in the world. But then once the Bronxexuals, once they shame you, you don't want to be labeled a hater. So they guilt you into feeling bad. So then you got to come back And now you got to call LeBron James the top 2 greatest player of all time. So as long as you're saying these great things about LeBron James, you know basketball. JJ Redick, for example, as long as JJ Redick say everything right about LeBron James, his fans will love you, how great of a shooter you were throughout your career. But the moment you critique LeBron James, they're going to bash you. They're going to want you fired and removed from ESPN. You can't be objective at ESPN. If you sing LeBron James made a costly mistake down the stretch of a game, he turned the ball over, had 7 turnovers down the stretch, and he was the reason that the team lost, you can't blame LeBron. You have to blame everybody else. From the training staff, you have to blame the basketball, you have to blame the players' uniforms, you got to blame the fans in the arena, you got to blame the Jumbotron. You better blame anybody else except for LeBron James. All the other players. JJ Redick, you give a fair assessment, they're going to attack you. Then they're going to turn on you. They just said that you was one of the greatest 3-point shooters of all time. One of the greatest shooters. They're going to say, oh, he was just an average basketball player. Same thing with Kevin Garnett. He's just bitter. LeBron James got his revenge. He went and got his boys and came back and destroyed the Celtics. They believe in all these talking points from the ESPN. And if you don't agree with those talking points, you don't know basketball. Selling your soul to LeBron James is worse than selling your soul to the devil himself. Look at Draymond Green, the glazing. Get this man some knee pads. He barely gets a lengthy suspension. This man is literally pulling WWE moves on players and barely getting 5-game, 10-game suspensions. He ain't even been suspended long enough. They said Draymond Green was going to be out for a long period of time. I blinked my eye. They announced that Draymond Green back. I'm like, what the hell is this? When he come back? You got Draymond Green who flipped on the sideline, just gazing into LeBron James' soul. LeBron James come past. He got to put his hand over his mouth to talk to LeBron James. Ain't really saying nothing for real, but I love you, LeBron. Got his podcast going. Got a job at Inside the Game on TNT. You know you sold your soul to a player when you say that you're going to leave your own team's game to go attend LeBron James breaking the all-time scoring record. How much love for another man do you have to say that you would leave another? This not your son. This ain't your brother. Not your cousin. You're going to leave your game where you making millions of dollars. You're supposed to be the leader. You're supposed to be the anchor. But you're talking about you're going to leave just to go attend LeBron James' game to watch him break the record. You see Draymond Green promote his brand by being on LeBron James Uninterrupted or whatever the name of their barbershop talk show is. Commercials, different endorsements. He sold his soul to LeBron. Get to go to the parties, get to brush shoulders with a lot of these elite people. Jay-Z, Beyonce, Adele, some of the richest billionaires, politicians. You seen the house party reboot that LeBron James made. You get to go to the Illuminati parties. You get cameos in films. Be a part of the Fruity Pebble activities. And a lot of the bronzesexuals don't know that they've already subconsciously, unknowingly given their souls to LeBron James. At this point, I'm just like, just go ahead and just trade Draymond so he could play with LeBron. Because he's desperately yearning to play alongside his honey boo-boo, Draymond James. Got Rich Paul as his agent. He's willing to sabotage the team. Draymond Green in every way is trying to get the Golden State Warriors to trade him. He's trying to do everything he can to get traded to the Lakers. He's literally at this point like, what do I have to do now? Plus Jordan Poole had him snoozing, getting some Z's. I done already kicked players in the nuts, backhand slap players. Would I have to slam someone through a table like the Hardy Boys? Do like they did Vince McMahon and slam them on top of a car? There's Jay-Z and Beyonce, and then there's Bron Dre. That's LeBron and Draymond Green. LeBron Dre. And they crazy in love. Even Lance Stevenson gave us one of the most iconic moments by challenging and going at LeBron James. You know, even the infamous moment where he, trolled LeBron James, blew in his ear, just was trying to get up under LeBron James' skin. But it provided entertainment to the game. But Lance Stevenson go play with the Lakers, just taking the competition right up out the game. I wouldn't be surprised if later down the line, the Lakers end up signing Dillon Brooks or trading for Dillon Brooks. Even Patrick Beverly used to go at LeBron James, wanted to compete, was that pit bull. But even he switched up and went on the other side. Now he getting better opportunities. Now he got podcasts. So even Patrick Beverly defending LeBron James. Y'all remember that game in Boston where the referee missed a foul call? Patrick Beverly going up to the ref that took the Canon camera, from one of the cameramen, showing the ref all to defend LeBron James. So they selling their soul to him. He wants to take the competition out the game, build these super teams. Also, he could win. You've never seen a player in the RBA with more power than LeBron James. I remember when the world was still on lockdown from C-19, LeBron James, he was supposed to go through protocol because he came in contact with someone who may have been sick. So he's supposed to go through protocol, had to quarantine. They said that LeBron James had to sit out for a minute. Within literally 2 minutes, they changed the rule for LeBron James. He didn't have to go through protocol. He's above the rule. LeBron doesn't get suspended. LeBron doesn't get ejected. LeBron doesn't get fined. He get the bully players, dirty moves, got the media in his favor.